Hello, welcome to 2026. Oh, that was terrible. It's a yearly tradition for me at this point, where at the end of every year I rank every game that I played within that year. So what you'll see down here is every game that I played in 2025. I'm going to rank them on a tier list from S to D. S being the best, D being the worst. Now, we do this every year, but at the end of every stream, we list the worst game, and then we list the best game. Now, you'll see here that there are a lot of games may not have come out in 2025, but I played them in this year. That's what this list is. It's not all the games that came out in 2025. It's what I personally played. I will mention I haven't beaten every game on here. I've just played enough to have an opinion on it. Don't think I'm missing any games that I played this year, except maybe some multiplayer games, but oh well. So let's start off with the first game that I played in 2025 called REPO. Now REPO is just this fun little multiplayer game. You may have heard of it, you may have forgotten about it by now, but I did play it with some friends, and it's just, you know, if you play Lethal Company, you could compare it to Lethal Company, but I'd say it's its own thing in and of itself. You're just going around and finding these objects to sell, make money, and then get back without trying to die from all those monsters laying about. Now, what sets this game apart, I feel, is that it's a bit more comedic. Like, the characters are funny, the voice chat is more funny, and the monster variation isn't really scary. It's just its own designs in and of itself. So what do I personally think? I think REPO was a very fine game to play for a little bit, and in some instances, I did have more fun with this one than I did with Lethal Company, but I'd say Lethal Company left more of an impression for me, where REPO was just fun to play for maybe a week or two and then kind of forget about it. But that being said, I don't really think the game faltered in any major aspect. I'd say it launched with sufficient enough content, enough maps, enough characters, enough monsters, and enough perks, enough weapons and stuff like that. It just wasn't something that I felt I was going to be sticking with for a very long time, but of the time that I spent with it, I did thoroughly enjoy it. Not enough to keep on playing, but again, I had my fun with it. So REPO, as the very first game of this year, I'm going to put it at a solid B tier. It was a fun game. Wouldn't call it amazing, but I definitely had my fun with it, and I'm glad that I spent that money buying it, and I'm glad that I had my fun with it. It was fun. So, next game is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So, this is actually my first Kirby game. Ever. Like, before this, I really hadn't played any other Kirby games. Like, I played the very first one, Kirby's Adventure, on the, NES emulator on Switch Online, but I barely got past any of it. This one was actually the first one I ever played, and also the first one I ever beat. Funny how that works out. I will mention I played the Switch 1 version, because I played this before the Switch 2 version came out, and I had a hankering. To play this game, but I didn't want to wait until, September for the Switch 2 version to come out. This was in January, February. I just wanted to play some Kirby, so I played the Switch 1 version. And, I mean, by default, it's my favorite Kirby game. It was a very, very fun time. It's the first 3D platformer from Kirby as well, and I feel like it just nails it, right? Like, I feel like it got everything right. I will admit, it took me a little bit to get really sucked into it, but man, like, once I was in. Like, I was having such a blast with this game. I never really played a 3D platformer quite like this one. Like, I've never played a Kirby game in general, but Kirby in 3D works surprisingly well. I will also say I did 100% it. I got all the... Man, it's been so long since I played this. You get stars in the game, right? Or you get Waddle Dees in the game. You find them and help them out. I got all of them. I did all the bouts, that tournament stuff I did. I beat the final boss. I think there was some secret final boss, but I beat it all. I did everything that I could, and I can say that it was an amazing time. Like, it's so wonderful to play. It's what a Nintendo game. It's what you'd expect a Nintendo game to be, right? Just a very, very fun platformer, like a level-to-level platformer, right? I wouldn't call this big, extravagant AAA game, but that's not what it needed to be. It's not what it is. It didn't set out to be. It just set out to be an amazing Kirby game, and it delivered on all fronts. I feel like this was one of the best Switch games to play. I don't think I'd rank it as like, you know, maybe top 5 Switch games or something like that, but I definitely had my fun, and I say this is an amazing game. And side note too, like I do have the Switch 2 version, it's up there somewhere, but I haven't played it. I haven't played the Switch 2 version, so I haven't played it on 60 FPS. I haven't played it in that new smooth loading screens. I haven't touched the DLC. I haven't really heard anybody talk about the Switch 2 edition of this game too, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on too much. But again, I've had my fill. I loved this game. I will remember it forever. It was one of the best ones. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's going up there. Man, it's going straight into S. Very early on, but we got an S tier in there. And it's entirely deserved too. Like, I'm just saying this over and over again, but this was an amazing game that I'm so glad I finally played. I bought this game like maybe 2 years ago or something like that, and I just now played it this year. Pokemon Let's Go EEVEE. So yeah, again, I just had a mood. I was just in some sort of mood in the beginning of 2025 to play some Switch games. So after I beat Kirby, I decided to play Pokemon Let's Go EEVEE. A strange choice, but I mean, I played it. Now, what is with this game, right? So it's, I've heard people call it like a remake of Pokemon Yellow, like the Pikachu one. I don't really know if it is. I just consider it the next game in the in Kanto, like the new in the first generation. But it's got its own systems from the Pokemon Go series, the mobile game, and it's got its own kind of systems set up. Like the battle mechanics, like trainer versus trainer, I'd say is largely the same, just there's no abilities. The catching mechanic or the wild Pokemon mechanic is vastly different. You don't really battle the wild animals, you just throw a Pokeball at them like Pokemon Go. What I've heard about this game and what I gathered from when I was playing it myself is that it's a very basic Pokemon game. It's only Gen 1, like as in like I believe at least that the Gen 1 Pokemon that got evolutions later down the line, like Onix got Steelix in Gen 2 or Gen 3 or whatever, you can't even get Steelix. Like, I believe it's only Gen 1. So it's very basic on the Pokemon front. It's very basic as in there are no abilities in the game too. Something I didn't really notice, but there aren't any abilities in the game. The catching is very basic and all that. Even the Pokemon that you get, you start off with either Pikachu or Eevee, depending on the game you get. They're like very like basic. They're very kid version, I guess, because as in like it's very overpowered. Like I don't know how Pikachu operates, but with Eevee you can get all these different moves where they're just overpowered as hell. Yeah, so I'd say it's like a very watered down, dumbed down Pokemon game for little kids. And I'd say that the people who care, the man children that care about Pokemon so much, I feel like they'd write this game off immediately, and I don't think people liked it that much. So with me, I'm gonna place it in A tier. So I really liked this game. I think as someone who wouldn't really consider myself a diehard Pokemon fan, just a casual, as in I played Gen 4 and 5 when I was a kid, and then I vastly fell off. A Pokemon Colosseum too, I love that one. But as someone who, as they grew up, I never really got back into Pokemon until I started like collecting games, and I got the Switch and stuff like that, because I played this game. And in this list, you might have seen it, I'll get to it, but I did play 2 more Pokemon games. I played 3 this year. But I say all this to mean, as someone who is not, I wouldn't really call myself a Pokemon fan, as someone who enjoyed the series as a kid and nowadays just knows of it and will play the games maybe, I found this to be very solid, like as someone who doesn't care too much. Like, I know it's very basic, but it just let me enjoy the game. And I'll say the game is like very fun. Eevee's very overpowered, and that made the game fun for me. The battles are fine. I did not notice that the abilities were missing because I didn't really care. So as someone who doesn't care that the game is so stripped apart of what Pokemon once was and is very watered down, very dumbed down, as someone who doesn't care, I had a very fun time with this. The main like terrible thing is just the catching mechanics. But that gets alleviated if you're playing handheld. If you're playing in docked mode, you have to use the Joy-Con. You can only control this game with a single Joy-Con, I believe. And you have to throw it, like, literally throw it like that for it to work, to catch it. And from what I've played, the little of the docked version I've played, it was very inconsistent and very annoying. But playing it in handheld, you're just pressing the A button. You use the full thing, you just press A. It just plays like a normal game. The catching is still dumb, honestly. But it's much more tolerable when you're playing in handheld, and I played like 95% of this game in handheld, so I didn't have a terrible time with this game. I very much enjoyed my time. It's nothing amazing, honestly. Like, again, I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't call it a masterpiece. While I can't say there was anything too wrong with it besides the, like, wild Pokemon catching, I just had my fun with it. It was a solid time. Yeah. I don't think people are going to like that. I don't think people like this game. But I'll be honest, it was one of my favorites of recent times. Like, as a kid, as the bias comes in, nothing will top Gen 4 and Gen 5. But I did have my time with this one. I did enjoy a lot of it. There we go. So next game is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door for the Switch. I played the Switch remake of this game. Now, I have actually never really played a Paper Mario game before besides Super Paper Mario for the Wii. And I really don't think I got too far. I played it as a kid. I don't remember any of it. I just remember that I got stuck in an area where I think you broke someone's vase and you had to repay them like, I don't know, like 1,000 coins or 10,000. And how you do it is you'd run on a treadmill for like 30 seconds and then jump and hit a block and you get 1 coin. Clearly there's something else you're meant to do. But as a dumbass, I don't even know how old I was, 8, 9. I didn't know. So I did that and I got bored of the game and I gave up. So I don't remember how far along that is in the game. All I remember is I got to that part, I didn't know how to beat it, and then I gave up. And I never touched another Paper Mario game until this year. With the Switch release, I'm forgetting to show them, but Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, I've got the box. It's cute box art too, I'd say. And then I've got Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door Switch. I think I bought this day one that it released, or very early into the launch, but I didn't touch it until well, probably February or something. Now, what I'll say, I heard the bit of the discourse about how this version is 30 FPS, where the old one was 60 FPS. I don't care, honestly. I played this game, I didn't really notice. It didn't feel like it was chugging, it just felt fine, it felt standard. I wish it ran at 60 FPS, but oh well. This game is beautiful, and this game is very fun to play. Unfortunately, I fell off the game after maybe 5-10 hours. I beat Hooktail, and then I got up to the tree with the little guys. The little guys, I don't remember their names, I'm sorry. Punyo? I don't know. But I got up to there and then I just stopped playing. I had my fun, but I didn't see myself playing any more of this game. Which happens from time to time, right? Like, I can love a game as much as I can, but there are only, like, so many games where I can play and finish. There are some games, like Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, where I play, I very much enjoy, but I had my fill and I didn't really want to play anymore. It's a shame. I kind of wish I played more, but also I stopped playing for a reason. It just wasn't grabbing me, despite the quality of what the game actually is. I'm going to put it in A tier, below Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. That's, yeah, people are not going to like that at all, but who cares? This isn't your tier list. This is mine. I feel like if I beat the game, I'll put it above, but I didn't beat the game. I played my fair share of it. I enjoy my time. I don't know. I have a really soft spot for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I don't know. Maybe because it's just so basic. It's so, I don't know how to explain it right, because the more that I want to explain, the more it sounds like it sucks. Like, because I wanted to say, like, it's just so basic, it's just so watered down that I have my fun with it. It's just so simple, is the best way I can probably describe Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Where Paper Mario: 1000 Year Door, wow, better. I did not finish it, and I didn't want to finish it. Where Let's Go Eevee, I finished it. I didn't do the post-game stuff, like, I think you could beat like harder trainers or something like that. I didn't bother, but I beat the main game. So, next up, it's the big boy Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64, I'm going to put it A But at the bottom of A, though, not above these two, because I did enjoy my time with it. There's just nothing, man, though. Single player wise, like, I played the tracks. Yeah. Wonder if I checked my hours, I might not actually have that many hours in it, because there's just not much to it, especially by yourself. So, I had my fun. I enjoyed it with the original controller, but yeah, there's just not much to play, you know? Next up, another big boy one, it's Super Mario 64. It's the one everybody knows. I have the physical version. I have it here separately, because if I put it on this pile, it would have fallen over. But I do have the original card here. Big asterisk with this one, I played maybe like 10 minutes, which is the most I've ever played. Besides Super Mario 64 DS, I played that one as a kid, and I did beat that one. I think I did. But Mario 64, the original one, I really don't play. Like, I try every few years. It's just something with me, man. It's just something with me. But I will say I did, again, play it with the original controller, and that did feel awesome. It felt nice. It felt smooth. But again, I just played a little bit. Like, I probably played this game the least out of everything else on this list. I don't have anything to say. I have the most cookie cutter opinions. Great game for its time. I will not go back to this game. A tier below Mario Kart, whatever. I'm sorry. I should really dedicate my time and play this like properly someday, but every time I try, I just don't. Every time I try, I just don't. Whether it's because I prefer the newer style games like Odyssey and Galaxy, whether it's because I'm just not a fan of older games like that, unfortunately. Whatever the case, I never give it that much time whenever I try it. Maybe that'll change and I'll fully beat the game one day, but this year, I played like 10 minutes. Next up is F-Zero X. Oh my god. F-Zero X. I have the physical version. F-Zero X. I love this game, man. I prefer this over Mario Kart 64. This is insane how it works. It's so much faster, and on the Nintendo 64, it feels so good. It's insane how well this game runs and how well this game plays. Like, again, the only thing is that there's just not enough content for me. I played my time. I don't think I played as much of this as I played Mario Kart 64, but I prefer this game over Mario Kart 64. It's way more fast-paced, way more challenging, but it's not unfair. It's not just Mario Kart, but faster. It's its own thing, and it works so well. I don't think there's much else I can say, because it's F-Zero. It's fast. What a game. I'm putting this one up here. I'm putting this one at the top. I feel confident putting this one at the top of A. Like, yeah, I like this more than EEVEE. Next game, it's another big one. It's Final Fantasy VII Remake, specifically Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERGRADE. So, I have the game here. I have the reversible cover on it. I've got the original in there. I think the reversible cover looks neat. If you can see it, sorry about the glare. So, if you remember from last year, which I don't know why you would, I imagine you haven't watched that video, but starting in 2024, I made this alphabet list of every letter had a game I needed to get the platinum trophy in, or just every trophy in, I'd say. Last year, I went from A to E. Now, it's Animal Well, Batman, the Telltale series, Cyberpunk 2077, Destroy All Humans, and Elden Ring. So F was Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERGRADE. Originally, it was Fallout 4. I vetoed it. I do not want to play Fallout. I'm not a Fallout fan, I'm sorry. And then, I don't remember if I chose it or if someone else chose it for me, but we landed on Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I am not a Final Fantasy fan. The only one I've played is 7. I feel like that's maybe 90% of Final Fantasy fans. They've only played 7 and maybe 1 or 2 other ones. But I've only played 7 on the Switch, the original one on the Switch. So then I played this one. I went through one playthrough, I beat it, and then I went through another playthrough on the hardest difficulty, and I played that, and then I did the INTERGRADE DLC, and I got all the trophies in that. I have the platinum 100% of this game. Well, platinum 100% is not the same thing, but I got all the trophies in it at the very least. I don't like this game. I think this game is terrible. Well, terrible's a bit too far. So let me go over the positives that I think. One, this game looks amazing. Like, wow. Like, this was on a PS4 and the PS5 version. I can't tell the difference. Both look amazing, right? Next thing, I think at the end of the day, the combat is quite fun. Like, it's more real-time strategy, more action-based than the original turn-based strategy one, right? But I feel like they implemented the action strategy very well, very fluently, very naturally. And I think all the characters are fun to play. I think I preferred playing as Tifa the most, or Cloud. Barrett was not that fun for me, honestly. Aerith was fun too. And I think that's everyone. Yuffie, once I got the hang of Yuffie in Intergrade, I enjoyed playing as her. Am I missing someone? I feel like I'm missing someone. There's Red 13, but I don't think you play as him in this game. I don't remember. But it was fun to play. When you weigh it all up at the end of the day, it was fun to play. What I don't like about this game is the story, it's the writing, it's the voice acting. This game is not fun to go through. And as someone who was trying to get the platinum in it, who was trying to beat the game 100% or platinum whatever, it is not fun to do. There are so many, I wouldn't say unskippable cutscenes, but it's a simple trailing thing. You know, you're following a player, you're following an NPC, and they're just spitting their dialogue, and you have to go through it. And when the dialogue is not your thing, and when the voice acting, while I'm sure the actual voice actors are fine, like the direction or the pacing is terrible in this game. So my stance on it at the end of the day, I don't remember the story of this game. It wasn't memorable to me at all. Honestly, I don't think the original Final Fantasy VII story was mind-blowing too, just because I don't remember it. I did play it like 6 or 7 years ago, but yeah, I don't remember much. And in this one, I don't remember much, which is funny because I played it not only a year ago. But yeah, it's like, if you shut your brain off, you can definitely have fun in this game, right? Like, I do think it is a fun game at the end of the day. There's just so much waste, so much shit in there, so much fluff, and it feels horribly paced. It feels horribly directed. Like, as someone who was going through the game multiple times, I did not have my fun on my second playthrough at all. First playthrough was fine. The second playthrough was grueling. The actual platinum was kinda hard to do, like, as well. But it was really just down to playing on hardest difficulty. Playing on hard difficulty was quite hard. And in that remake, and in that Intergrade DLC as well, was quite weird, where there was the Weiss fight. I think that's his name. No idea who he is. I don't know. I don't care. But I literally looked up how to beat him because, and then looking up that video, like, oh my god, it's impossible. It was crazy, but I did it. I would say it was quite hard to get the platinum in. Nothing too egregious. It was just weird. Can be fun, but also can be very, very annoying, very grueling. And wow, this game is pretty. C tier. Yeah, I thought it was fine. Hey, it's enough negativity. Okay? Let's get positive here. Let's talk about Spyro again. I talked about Spyro last year because I played it with my friend who was playing it for the trophies. So this year, I actually played it by myself. Specifically, I played Spyro 1 and a bit of 2. Now, I 100%ed Spyro 1 on the Xbox Series X. This is the only game I played on Xbox this year. Listen, I wanted to play it again, and I felt like going for the achievements would have been a fun challenge again. Because I don't know who would play this game and not try to 100% it. It is easy to, and it's very fun to try and do it. So I did that. I got everything in Spyro 1. Had a ton of fun with it. Then I played a bit of Spyro 2. And definitely Spyro 1 is the weakest of the trilogy. But at that point, I was like, yeah, okay. I think I've had my fill of Spyro. That being said, I still love Spyro. I think it is an amazing game. I think this Reignited trilogy is an amazing trilogy, an amazing remake of those 3 games. While I didn't finish this version, I definitely still had a blast with this one. It's going in S tier. Hey, next up is Star Wars Battlefront 2. I played this because my friends wanted to play it. I think it's fine. More higher quality than I was expecting. But we really didn't play it for that long. Like, a couple of days. Yeah. But that's it, right? I suck at these games too, so that's always fun. I'm going to put this at a... I don't know, man. I'm going to put it at the top of C. Yeah. I don't want to give it a B tier. I don't want to give it the satisfaction. You know what I mean? Just feel like... B's coming on a bit too strong there. God of War. The PS4 game. Long-time fans of my channel, whatever, would know that I put this in my tier list of 2022, and I hadn't played enough, so I didn't actually have an opinion on this game. I played it for like maybe an hour or two. Now this year, again, that trophy alphabet thing. G was, originally it was, I think it was GDA Trilogy, and then I vetoed it again, because, and then my friend chose God of War. I know that he chose it for me. I didn't choose it myself. I was like, okay, yeah. This was something I wanted to get back into, so this gives me an excuse to do it. It's weird how much I care about this trophy shit. But this year I did actually finally play God of War for real, and I beat the game, and I got all the trophies. I've 100%ed this game. Now, I'm not going to have really any interesting opinions on this game. I think it is an amazing game, right? Like, as well as everybody else does. My thing with it, I feel like, in terms of PlayStation exclusives, they have a very bad habit of not mixing a fun playing game with a good story, right? Like, either they lean too much into the story of the game and they don't really have any combat or any gameplay in general. It's not really memorable with a lot of their exclusives. I feel like God of War strikes the perfect balance though, because this is well shot. Like, it's a great story. It's not this massive end of the world scenario story. It's just a solid time between father and son, and this could be its own series. It is going to be its own series for whatever reason, but like, it's well shot. I feel like the cinematography is amazing in this game, which is something I never notice in games. I love seeing it in movies and TV shows, but in games, I don't care. I'm playing it, I don't care. But in this one, I noticed that, like, this is shot amazingly. But then also the gameplay is just very fun. Like, the combat is amazing, and all the collectible stuff, all the finding the secrets to explore and all that stuff. I had a blast playing this game. Maybe I'm not the biggest... rephrase. I feel like I'm not as big a fan as other people, but I still think this was amazing to play. I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I got all the trophies. You'll notice a lack of Ragnarok in here because I did not play Ragnarok. I probably will at some point. It's just I had my fill. Hey, what can I say? God of War is great. Perfect blend of action and story, of combat, gameplay, and story. I cannot speak, as usual. But I'm going to put this in S tier. Yeah, it will be below Spyro and Kirby, honestly. But that's not a bad thing. I prefer those games because it's my personal tastes. But this was probably one of PlayStation's best PS4 games. Like, thinking of the other PS4 exclusives at the very least, nothing really comes to mind. Nothing that I've personally played, right? I feel like this was one of the strongest. Now we reach the Nexus point. Whatever the fuck that means. I'm talking about when I got the Nintendo Switch 2. Hey, the Switch 2 launched this year, and I made a video on my experience with the launch, and I also have these games here that I played at launch. There were some more, but I felt I shouldn't add it on here because I really only played it for that video. But these are the games that I actually played and I actually have an opinion on in the launch cycle. There were more that I'll get to later, but let's just start off with the big one, Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World, I have it physically. It was the only physical game I got at launch. Expensive as hell. Now, when this game came out, I feel like everyone was praising it. I was praising it, definitely. Then as the months went by, people started souring on this game, saying, oh, the intermission races, while they were fun the first time, no one wants to see them. The battle mode sucks. I completely agree. The battle mode was terrible. And like people just thought it felt slower and not as methodical, not as well thought out as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I held the same opinion. Well, I was somewhat agreeing with them, but I still think this is an amazing game. Like, maybe I'm just seeing too many negative opinions on social media and stuff like that. But I feel like at the end of the day, this was a success of a game. Like, this was an amazing Mario Kart follow-up. While I think nowadays I do prefer 8 over World, there's a lot to love World about. Like, again, have you seen how this game looks? Have you seen how this game runs? Have you seen how well this whole game is animated? This is one of the best Nintendo made products in terms of its artistic style and how well running this game actually is. Yeah, the gameplay is slower, but I feel like they made it slower so you could understand the mechanics a bit better. Like all the wall riding stuff and all the jumping from platform to platform within the race. Like I feel like if they made it Mario Kart 8's speed or physics, it wouldn't work out that well. So I'm glad that it feels like this. While I do agree, battle mode sucks and the intermission races are not as good as the actual races. The actual race tracks, they're amazing. They're some of the best. I still love the Peach one. I think Rainbow Road is one of the best ones. The only thing I can say, I had my fun with this game when it launched. I really have not gone back and played it. Like I've only put maybe 10 hours into the game, which is fine. It's just, compared to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I put a lot more hours into 8 Deluxe. With this one here, I played it, I had fun, saw people shit talking it, and now people are singing its praises again. The general consensus goes up and down, up and down. I think this was a really good game. Not one that I plan to revisit though. Like maybe soon, but it's doesn't have the staying power, unfortunately, but it is still a great game. But where would I put it? I think it needs to work itself out a little bit more. While being an amazing game, fix the battle mode. The online races of what I played were intermittent races and then one lap of the actual race, which was fine, but I kind of miss just playing the normal games. And this is before all the updates too, so I don't know if they have fixed it. I don't know if they've gotten better. I've heard they haven't really, but a little bit of improvement. I'm going to put it at A, top of A. If they work out a few kinks, I think this could be the best Mario Kart game. I think it's got the potential. It just falls short in some weird areas. Next up is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Man, I don't think anything. Yeah, more content in it than I thought, but that content isn't interesting in the first place. It's an instruction manual on the Switch 2. Most funny part about this game is where I'm gonna rate it, because what the fuck? Like, am I gonna put this above like one of the best looking games of all time, Final Fantasy VII? Am I gonna put this above Star Wars Battlefront 2? Where am I gonna put it? Does it belong in best game? Can you even consider this a game? I don't know, man. I'm gonna put this, yeah, I'll put it at the bottom, I guess. Like, you spent your money and it feels like a waste. Like, while I had my fun in it, like, there's no staying power to this. You enjoy it for half an hour, and then it's just lost on you. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Switch 2 edition. This is free when you have Nintendo Switch Online, and it launched with the Switch 2. So I bought the physical version like a week or two ago too. It's very expensive. It's so dumb. What can you say? First off, original Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite Zelda game. Now, let's rate this a Switch 2 version. What do I think? Well, it's just better, right? It plays better, it runs better, it looks better, it is better. It's better. That's really all you can say. Like, I maybe thought I could talk more about it because I never really talked about Breath of the Wild before. It was my first Zelda game. It was the first Switch game that I ever got. Yeah, I beat it. I think it's amazing, and it is. Yeah, I mean, nowadays it is my favorite Zelda game. I'll put it at the top, I guess. I'm gonna actually reserve a bit of. I'm actually gonna be a bit sour. I'm gonna put it below Kirby, but mainly because just Kirby was my new experience this year. Where with Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's a better version of an amazing game. But I did start a new playthrough for this Switch 2 edition. But I didn't beat it. I didn't even get up to the first Divine Beast. I played maybe 12 hours. I think it was 12 hours of the remake. And I had my fun, but at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, it's more of the same. It's the same game, it just actually plays like a game now. Whereas Kirby and the Forgotten Land, that was a new experience for me. And I love that game. So I put Kirby above it. Okay, next up is Pokemon Violet. Let's talk about this shit. I played Pokemon Violet because the Switch 2 update came out this year. Now, I kind of talked about it in my video, but it's just a better running version of a broken game. And that opinion still holds true for me. I beat this game. First time I ever beat it. I never played it until this year. Yeah, I mean, what can I say about Pokemon Violet? I think it is a broken game. I think it's not well thought out at all. I think that they put way too much thought or, like, I don't know, money, resources into the dumbest things. Like the new textures on the Pokemon, while nice, ruined how the game ran on the first Switch. Nowadays it's fine. I think the gameplay is one of the strongest in the series, right? Like the open world idea is a very good idea, and having the Pokemon run out in the wild is very nice and all that stuff. And I can say at the end of the day that I did have my fun with it. But it's like, what is wrong with this game? This is not thought out at all. Okay, so the biggest thing for me, right? The biggest drawback for this game for me was it's an open world game where the game doesn't want you to play it like an open world game. There is a set path that Pokemon wants you to go onto where it's like, beat this gym leader, do this, I was going to call it Divine Beast. What are they? Titan Pokemon. Beat this Team Star-based Pokemon Gym, Star-based Titan Pokemon Gym, blah, 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 blah. And they want you to go, you start at the bottom, and there's 2 routes going up. They want you to go here, and then to the other side, there, other side. Why? I think the game would have been a whole lot better if the whole game scaled to your level. Like, there's a tick in the game. Once you beat this Gym, Titan, Team Star raid, the levels go up and the Pokemon go up by a little bit. I think the game would have run a whole lot better like that. Having it set like you need to... The game is pushing you to go in this one direction. It ruins the point of open world. Like, not necessarily the open world needs to be beat anything whenever. Because I wouldn't, like, say it needs to be like that. At least give us a bit of an option and not punish us so much when we go the wrong way. Like, there have been plenty of times, and I've seen on other people's streams, I never really ran into this issue, except for, like, a couple of times where you would go to a Team Star base, or the new gym, and you are underleveled or overleveled. I definitely at least had the benefit of being overleveled and not really underleveled, but when you do that, it feels so dehumanizing to be like, oh, okay, well... When you play it in this formation, it's not an open world game. It's just any other Pokemon game. That's my biggest drawback with this stupid game. Other than that, I just don't really think anything. I had my fun. It's a dumb game. Yeah, man. Can't believe I beat this game. I'm gonna put this in B tier, below Repo. I still had my fun. I think it's one of the better playing Pokemon games. I think the new gameplay mechanics, and there are some stuff like that, are very fun. It's just not well thought out at all. I think this game is stupid. Big stupid. Anyways, next game is F-Zero GX, the GameCube game that launched on Nintendo Switch 2. The one of 3. There was this one, Soul Calibur 2, and Wind Waker. I played Soul Calibur 2 a tiny bit, and it was just for that video, so I didn't want to include it. And that's the same with Wind Waker, but even less time with Wind Waker. F-Zero GX, I played in my own time, before and after that video. I think this is just better F-Zero X. And I feel like everyone thinks that it's the best F-Zero game. I mean, it is. It looks amazing. It runs amazing. The widescreen on this game with the emulator is like really good. And I'm glad that they have that as an option, right? It's a very fun game. It's just more of the same with F-Zero X, I can really say. Is that there's not really anything brand new. It just looks a lot better. More tracks, more characters. I think it's just more fun. I'm going to put it in A tier. Now, would I put it above or below Mario Kart World? No, I'll put it below. But like right next to F-Zero X. Bit of a cop-out to have the two F-Zeros next to each other, but that's just how I feel. It's just F-Zero GX is just the next level of X. Next up is Fast Fusion, another racing game. There were a lot of those this year. So Fast Fusion is, I guess, the spiritual successor to F-Zero. It has a lot of the same gameplay mechanics. She has a lot of similar gameplay ideas, gameplay motifs and stuff like that. It's just made by a new team. While it is, I believe it is an exclusive with Nintendo. I don't know if Nintendo funds them. I don't think Nintendo publishes them. It's just their own thing that they happen to only release on Nintendo consoles. This is also my first Fast game. I've heard of them. I have the physical version of Fast. The Wii U one. That was expensive. But I played this one. This was the first one I played. And I had my fun with it. I don't have as strong an opinion for this one as I do for the F-Zero games. And once I beat this game, I did not want to play it again. While I didn't really beat F-Zero X or GX, I did beat Fast Fusion. It was a bit more simple too, but once I beat it, man, I dropped off that game. I played every racetrack once, maybe twice, and then I left it. It doesn't really have a lot of character where F-Zero does. Like, I think the tracks are interesting, right? And I think the actual cars look quite nice, but F-Zero has way more character and way more staying power. Fast Fusion, I'm going to put in B tier. Right in the middle seems fine for me. I think that works out for me. I think that looks good. Next up is Dead Island. I've got the Xbox 360 case here. Played it on PS4. Now, I've played this game countless times. I've already talked my thoughts on this one. I love this game. Don't play it. Play the resort and the city, and then once you're done, don't bother. Because it is a very atmospheric game. I think it's got the best atmosphere settings for a zombie game. I think that the actual gameplay is fine, nothing memorable, and I think the characters kind of suck. Why did I play it this year? Well, for the trophies, which I did get the platinum for, and that was very grueling, but it was fun. Man, it's Dead Island, zombie game, you're in a resort, best atmosphere for a zombie game. Gameplay, okay. Characters, whatever. Story, whatever. This game, good. Biased as hell. Putting it up here. Yeah, bottom of A tier. Good zombie game. Bad gameplay zombie. Hey, do you want to talk about Peak next? Because I kind of want to talk about Peak next. Peak, very fun. Did not play for too long. It's mountain climbing. It's a mountain climbing game. I feel like you guys have seen this game. It was very popular, and I feel like this has more staying power, and people are still talking about this game. I'm still seeing updates come out for this game every other week. That's amazing to see. I haven't played it for a while. We dropped a few hours into this game, and it was fun. And the game chat was like really well implemented, and I really enjoyed that part. It's just, you know, once you climb a mountain once, do you want to climb the mountain again? Is that a good saying? That's a saying now. You should say that. Even when it doesn't make any sense. Not that it made much sense here anyways. Listen, Peak was fun, and it's got a very nice art style. It's got very good game direction. It just doesn't have the staying power with me as something like looking at these other multiplayer games I've played. Repo did. The next game we'll talk about did. I just think this was a fun time, and not much more than that. Bottom of B tier. Next game, oh boy, it's Rematch. Oh my god. So, Rematch. Get this. Soccer, but fun. How does FIFA fuck it up every year? Nah, I'm joking. I never played FIFA. Rematch is just, it's just a soccer game, but it's a bit more futuristic, and the gameplay mechanics are a bit more lenient and not as strict to the soccer things. There's no offside. It's 4v4s, 5v5s at the most. I think this game is so fun. So much fun that I bought the physical version when it came out like 6 months after. I have it, ain't that cool? Overpriced. I spent like 60 bucks on it and I see it for like $20, $30 everywhere now. That was awesome. But I don't know what happened to me, right? I am not a soccer fan. Never played FIFA except at my cousin's house, and I don't like the game. I have never cared. I remember seeing this game being announced, made by the developers of Sifu. Never played Sifu, but I've heard amazing things. I was like, okay, cool. I don't really care. Then the game came out, my friends wanted me to get it. My friends bought me the game, so thank you for that. And then I started playing it with them. Something inside of me snapped, and I got so into this game. It was crazy. I love this game. I don't care about soccer, but this one made me care about soccer. Not enough to actually play FIFA or watch the actual games, but I really liked this experience. I think this is one of the best multiplayer games of this year. I haven't played much, but this is one of the best ones. I think this game had a lot more staying power. We played a lot more of this game than we did with REPO, with Peak, with other multiplayer games this year. I think that we played this one the most out of the ones we normally play, like Dead by Daylight or that other one, Fortnite. Oh, I did also get all the trophies in the game, which is not too hard, and the trophies were glitched for a while, but I eventually got them, so that was cool. Listen, it's a soccer game. I can't say too much, just that the things that they changed of regular soccer, of FIFA, I think they changed for the better. I think it makes for a more fast-paced game. I think it makes for a more well-balanced game. It's better for online multiplayer than those long-ass FIFA matches and stuff like that. We'll say we haven't played it in forever now. It's a very competitive game. I get quite competitive in it. So yeah, we haven't played it for a while, but I really enjoyed my time with this one. I'm going to put it in A tier. I'm going to put it right here, right above Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Like, I really enjoyed my time. We've definitely fallen off of it, right? Like, we haven't played it. We haven't thought about playing it. But I wouldn't really consider that a bad thing. It was a multiplayer game that we sunk tens of hours into. We've had our fun. Let's move on. Let's move on to Persona 5 X, the Phantom X. Is that what it's called? I'll be honest, man. I'm a Persona fan. I love those games. This one flew right under my radar, bro. I forgot the game came out. I got it on PC. I downloaded it. I played like 2 or 3 hours, and my PC can't run it, and I don't know why. It's very slow. Maybe my graphics cards weren't updated. Maybe there was some glitch with the game I never fixed, something like that. But I played a few hours, barely anything, and then I just completely forgot about it. I completely forgot, man. I don't remember this game at all. Yeah, it's a gacha game. It's a mobile game. I didn't really care about this when it was coming out in the beginning, and then playing it, and then I just forgot about it. I love the series, man, but this one was a miss. C tier. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, forgot about this one. Hey, next one is Hollow Knight. Specifically the first one, not the new one. I didn't play the new one, unfortunately. I have the Switch version here. That's very cool. I played it on PS4. Now, it was my H letter for the trophy alphabet thing. Now, if you know, Hollow Knight has a very hard platinum trophy to go for. It was very tough. And, I mean, people already know that. Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania game. I love Metroidvanias. I've played this game already, I should say, too. I played it back in 2018 or 2019, like on the original Switch. And I did actually do everything in the game except do this final massive boss rush of every single boss in the game. I did the ones leading up to it, like the first 4, but then that final one, I did not do. I don't think I even knew it was a thing. Or I did look it up and then I didn't want to bother doing it. But for whatever reason, I didn't do it on the original. And then when I was getting this on the... I already had it on PlayStation. It's free with PS Plus. But when I was doing my trophy alphabet thing, the letter H was decided to be Hollow Knight. Cool. I finally got around to it. I can't say much more, right? Like, I love this game, honestly. I don't think anybody hates this game. I actually like really enjoyed my time with it. I think I enjoyed it more this playthrough because when I was playing it when I was what 18, 19, I definitely sucked at this game. Nowadays, I mean I still suck at the game, but I like watching myself get better at this game was amazing. I love this game so much. As for getting the trophies, oh my fucking god. So it was fairly standard doing a lot of the stuff. It's just that final boss rush that I knew I was going to have issues with. I mean, I did it at the end of the day. Your boy has the platinum. Like, that was fine. Oh my god, was it a nightmare to do. But I did it. And that was great. Yeah, probably my favorite 2D game. Like, including Metroidvanias, including platformers, including whatever else may be. It's one of my favorites at the very least. I love Hollow Knight so much. Man, I think the environment is so good. I think it's got a very good art design too. Hollow Knight here is going in S tier. I'm going to put it above God of War. Would I put it above Spyro? I don't know. Nah, I wouldn't. I just love Spyro too much, man. Okay, the next game here is Donkey Kong Bonanza. The big guy. The big guy. I was excited for this game when it was announced, right? Like, I wouldn't really consider myself a Donkey Kong fan. I have played Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. And I think I played Donkey Kong Country Returns at a friend's house or something like that. And I played a bit of the original DKC. But, I mean, yeah, I like that big guy. I haven't played many of his games. But then I bought Donkey Kong Bonanza Day 1 and I played it. Now, I gotta say, right, this took me a while to like fully get into. I play it for an hour or something and then I'd be like, that's enough for me. You know, it's the classic 3D platformer, just with Donkey Kong's spin on it, with being able to destroy almost anything. I thought it was fun. I was like, yeah, it's fun. It's a bit overwhelming, I'd say, and then I'd hop off it after an hour or two. That something just broke up here, man. I got really into DK Bonanza. This was amazing. I love this game so much. I think it's when you get that elephant power-up where things really change. Because that is by far my favorite power-up. Like, it was originally the monkey one. But then once you get the elephant one, oh my god, dude. Being a vacuum is so much fun. I instantly upgraded that shit to the max. Like, that was crazy. And then everything else about the game, like the art style obviously is amazing. Like Nintendo Switch 2 can make some beautiful looking games. Like that's amazing. It's astounding, right? But like the gameplay really clicks with you. And that just that classic Mario Odyssey formula, with Mario Odyssey being my favorite Mario game, and then those people making this new Donkey Kong game. I think that this is one of Nintendo's greatest games, right? I will say the post game was, while fun, it definitely peaks once it ends, once the actual credits roll. It peaks there, and then the rest is just more. Nothing too crazy, but it's just more fun. It's just more Donkey Kong, right? Yeah, what a great game. Like, I think every world is quite unique. I think every world is amazing, right? It's so funny seeing Nintendo games have slowdown. Like, when you go into those golden stages and it starts chugging, that's just funny to me. But the actual gameplay of just playing it standard and all those big open worlds and all those little mini games, all that stuff, it is flawless, dude. Like, yeah, that gameplay, the punching mechanic, it's just fun, man. This is a Nintendo game. This is what a Nintendo game is. Like, it is gameplay before story, but it doesn't make any of them feel redundant. Like, gameplay is really good in this game. The story was nice. I like the little character-to-character moments with Pauline and Donkey Kong. I think the Void Kongs were whatever, but like, you know, not bad. They were just fun. Yeah, this was just an amazing game to play. And now that I've 100%ed it, I've done everything. I can't wait to not buy that DLC, because I don't hear anything good about the DLC. I kind of want to go to that DK Island, but man, what is it? I think it's $30 here. Like, I'm fine, man. I'm fine with this being the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm gonna put this at the top. Like, that's like, it's better than Kirby in my opinion. It just got more oomph to it, you know? It's got more, sorry if I scared you there. But it's got so much more, like, just punch. It's got more flavor to it, man. Kirby's amazing, but Donkey Kong is just, like, one step better. Just a little bit better. Hey, we've been too fun here. We've been having too much of a fun time with these games. Let's get depressed with Silent Hill 2. This is my first Silent Hill game. I've definitely heard about them before, but I never really knew what they were actually about. Just that they were some psychological horror game. That was fine. I bought this, I think on Black Friday 2024, for like half price, which was like $60. I think I was talking about it with a friend who had previously played it but didn't beat it. And I was like, I'll play it. Now, I've beat this game. I haven't 100%ed it. I haven't gotten all the trophies in it, because I don't feel like I want to, personally. It's to do with multiple playthroughs, and this is not a game you want to really play, because I think I can say with full confidence, it's a very awesome sentence there, but I can say with full confidence, this is the scariest game I've ever played. This is the most terrifying game I've ever played. I went out of my way to play this game with just headphones, and it is just, wow, it does things to you, man. It is so scary. I would actually, that friend I was talking to would actually just watch me. I would share my screen and he would watch me. I got to the point, it felt much better playing with him because I wasn't as scared. But the moments I played by myself were some of the scariest in my lifetime. Especially that prison is probably the scariest moment, the scariest map in that game. There's just so many parts to it that can actually scare you. There's one-off moments that never happened before and never happened once it actually happened, that just terrify you so much. The main two things I can think of, right? I think it was in the prison. You're in the bathrooms, and I'm just looking through, just getting items. And then once I start leaving, I hear like banging on a bathroom stall door and a woman like screaming out. You can't, it gave me goosebumps. I was like, what the hell? Nothing like that had ever happened like that before. Just randomly screaming, something like that. Obviously, I go back, there's nothing there. I don't even think I could open that stall where it was coming from. And then nothing like that, no screaming like that happened for the rest of the game. And that was an amazing form of horror for me. The other moment was in the end of the game. Like, you go up to one room and you can hear, I think you can hear crying in there. And then that's it. There are no jump scares. There's no jump scare for that. It doesn't pay off. You hear the crying. I think later you go back, you can't hear it anymore. But just that one moment of uncertainty where this entire game, there's rarely anything that goes out to scare you like that. But it just does it there and never again. I thought that was masterful, right? As for the rest of the game, like, the gameplay is just like Resident Evil. It's just the third-person shooter, right, with some of its own unique systems. I wouldn't say it's groundbreaking. It does the job, and it does the job very well. It's just nothing mind-blowing, nothing brand new. The actual story was, it clicked with me so bad. Like, I love seeing James go through this entire thing. I loved Angela. Eddie was a fucking prick, but like, I believed every single character in this game. While I may not understand them, while I may not get the choices that they did, I fully believed that they were real choices, or they were fucking with James. But there's just, like, so much that I loved about this game that I never want to play again. Like, I have had my time with it. I have had my fill of it. I think it's an amazing game. I think it is a terrifying game. The team that made this game is amazing. The only like negative thing I can say about it is it doesn't run the best. Like, I think it's locked at 30 FPS, or at least it doesn't feel as smooth as other games on the PS5, which is fine. It doesn't run bad. It's just not what I was expecting for a PlayStation 5 game. But that's it. The actual game, the story, the atmosphere. Like, Jesus Christ, I loved this game, and I want to play more Silent Hill games. How do I do that? I have Silent Hill F. I just haven't played it. But, you know, the team who made this are making Silent Hill 1 remake. I will definitely play that. I want to play 3. I want to play 4. There's probably some more. Silent Hill 2 was an amazing game that I will never play again. But it's stuck with me, man. I'm such a big fan of James, of his entire story here. Like, I love it so much. It's going in S tier, above God of War, above Hollow Knight. Spyro's the cutoff though. Spyro's the main cutoff. But fuck, I love Silent Hill 2. Okay, next game is Chibi Robo for the GameCube. Out of nowhere. This was the next game to come out on NSO, on the Switch Online, after Mario Strikers, which I actually did play. I'll get to that. But it was those original three, then it was Strikers, and I think Chibi Robo was next. Strange, but hey, Chibi Robo came out. I've always wanted to play it. It's probably one of the most expensive GameCube games out there, especially in Australia. I can't be bothered. I could emulate the game. I just never got around to it. But hey, now I have an actual way to play this game. Hell yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, a thing I didn't even mention. That, well, I mean, you wouldn't know if you saw the video. I actually have the GameCube controller that released for it. I actually have... Oh my god. I actually have the game controller. Overpriced, but it's amazing. I mean, it's just the GameCube controller, and that's great. I used that to play most of F-Zero, and I used that to play most of Chibi Robo when I didn't play it in handheld mode. I don't know who can exactly explain what Chibi Robo is. You're just this little robot, get bought by this family, and you just do tasks for them. You've got a day-night cycle, a time limit, all that stuff. It's a weird game, and it's a lovely game. Like, I enjoyed my time with it. I think I've put the most hours into this specific game, of the GameCube games that are on NSO. I think I've put the most hours into this one, and I enjoyed my time with it. Not enough to beat it. I didn't actually beat the game, but I loved playing this game. I wouldn't put it in an S tier game, like, because it's just not enough to finish it, right? Like, I had my fun. There isn't really a story. Like, I feel like there's more like backstory and some interesting things that you can glean off of what the characters say, what the characters do, but you're just more so having fun, which is weird because the gameplay is chores, like cleaning or getting rid of trash, and there's stuff you can do for the family, like the little girl wants these frog ring things, and I didn't fully see it, but I remember near the end there was this whole thing in her room with like this princess castle and saving this princess and stuff like that. It's just a very weird game with some very weird story beats, some very strange characters, but it's memorable. It stuck with me. I love those characters. It was a very fun game. Just not the most fleshed out gameplay wise, right? Like, yeah, I had my fun. Just a very solid time that I will put in A tier. This feels right. Right below Pokemon Let's Go. That feels right. Next up is Endless Ocean. Now, I know of this game. I've had this on my mind for a while, Endless Ocean for the Wii. I didn't actually have a physical version of this game until this year. It was hard to find the Australian rating. I have the Australian rating. That's a thing that I really care about. But yeah, Endless Ocean was a game that I knew about, but I never really played. But I did finally play this year. Not for too long. I was in this weird mood of just want to relax and play a chill game. Maybe this was right after I beat Silent Hill 2, so I was in a mood. But I just wanted to play a simple, relaxing game. And Endless Ocean came to mind. Now, it's just probably just like a sea life exploration game. You're just on a boat and you can explore the wildlife below. It's a fun time. I didn't play it for too long. The controls were a bit weird because it's all controlled with the Wii motion pointer. But, you know, had my fun. Very atmospheric. Very nice. I love the music. Just, you know, playing it is a different story. Put it at the top of B. Next up's a bit of a weird one, I'll say. It's Call of Duty Black Ops 2, specifically for the Wii U. So I wanted to play zombies. And I didn't want to plug into my Xbox 360. And I had it on PC. I don't know why I did this. Maybe it was because I was in this period of getting every Wii U game physically that released in Australia or has like an Australian rating. And I've done that. I think I have. I keep on checking the forums. I don't think I'm missing any, but you never really know. I just think I have. But of the 110 something Wii U games I've had, I've probably only played like 4. So why not add 1 to my lexicon? Let's play Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I played this for like half an hour. I played the zombies. So this is just an excuse to talk about Black Ops 2. My personal favorite Call of Duty game. As someone who grew up playing Call of Duty and then fell off it hard after Advanced Warfare. I like Advanced Warfare, but after that I didn't really play any new ones. I didn't buy any new ones, whatever. Black Ops 2 is my favorite. I don't remember the campaign. I barely played the campaign. The multiplayer was a ton of fun. Zombies is my favorite. It was my favorite as a kid. Nowadays, it probably still is. I just kind of want to play Black Ops 1 again. You know Black Ops 2. I know Black Ops 2. I love this game. A tier. Put it here, because let's have some reserve and say the Wii U version is fine, but it's not the best version. I remember the buttons being mapped weird. Hey, let's talk about Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D next. If you haven't heard of it, so I played this on the 3DS, not the N64 version. I've heard the 3DS version is better. This is gonna be disappointing. I didn't finish this game. I did play a fair chunk of it. I think I got up to the Forest Temple. I didn't go in. I just got up to it. So I did most of the stuff you can do as a kid in the beginning game. I turned into an adult. I went to the Forest Temple, looked at it, never went in. I think it's still, I think the KART is still in my 3DS. Yeah, there's nothing in there. It's in my 3DS. I just haven't played it, which is unfortunate because, obviously people go on, Ocarina of Time's amazing, it's all great. I agree from what I played. Like, I had my fun. I prefer Breath of the Wild. As someone who didn't grow up with Zelda, I can't say much, man. It's a game. You know what the game is. Put it in A tier. I'll put it let's put it here, just to be funny. Is that controversial? Does anyone care? I certainly don't. If I played more, I'd have a stronger opinion. I just didn't play too much of it. I'm sorry. Let's talk about something that I played for too much. Let's talk about something I played for too goddamn long. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. This fucking game. So, I have this game. I bought it day one. I am not a Sonic Racing fan. As in, I've never played a Sonic Racing game before. Well, unless you count Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I had that as a kid. I remember loving it and not getting anywhere with it because I sucked at the game. But this was my first adult full-fledged experience with a racing game, with a Sonic racing game. This is an amazing game. Like, it feels more arcadey in its roots, right? Like, it's so fast-paced. The character roster's awesome. The maps are really good. This game looks amazing, runs amazing, all that stuff there. Yeah, I played this for so goddamn long to get the trophies in the game, and I got the platinum. But oh my god, the amount of races I had to do to buy all the horns and all the, the decals and all the, oh my god, that was just so much I had to do. I don't remember how many hours I have in this game, but it's too much, and it's just playing the race park shit over and over again to get the most tickets. Was annoying as hell, but I did it. I didn't buy the season pass, by the way. I have Hatsune Miku. I play as Joker for a tiny bit. But that's when I fell off. I think Minecraft was in the game when I stopped playing. And I dropped out before SpongeBob, I think. Bro, I don't remember. Like, listen, I love this game, right? I have no urge to go back and play it. It was just a very fun racing game that was just very solid. Like, the biggest downfall, as everybody knows, is just that the DLC characters don't have voices. Really dumb. Sonic Racing was very good. Now this is the big thing, right? Is everyone's like, is Mario Kart World better? Is Sonic better? Is Mario and Sonic going up against each other when they're not fucking fencing? What are they gonna do? I'm gonna put it above Mario Kart World. Like, I think that this game is more solid of an experience. Well, I think Mario Kart World's highs can be higher, but that's more so to do with the artistic design of the game. The lows are so much lower. Battle mode, it's really battle mode. Battle mode pisses me off. Those slow, intermittent races you do all the time. You know how fucking fast Sonic Racing is? I at least had the benefit of, when I was playing Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, playing it on supersonic speed, the fastest speed, is insane. And I love it. It's my personal favorite. I was never a 200cc fan in Mario Kart 8. I only did 150. 200 was too fast. In Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, I am blinding fast. I'm going fastest speeds I love it playing like that. It's the best way to play that game, honestly. Yeah, I'm putting it above Mario Kart. Fuck you. No one cares. It's my personal preference, man. This game's awesome. Never playing it again. No, I'll probably play it again, but like, god damn, just going for those trophies just really pissed me off. It was so egregious. It took so long. It was so, I want to say boring, but it's just you're playing those really fun races over and over again. It's just tedious. Next game, Lego Marvel Superheroes. My first ever Lego game. This one, I barely played. I played maybe an hour. Yeah, I don't know. I was just in a mood. I played a tiny bit and I thought it was fine. There were a lot of moments I got stuck, which is very embarrassing. That's all I can say, man. Like, this game was fine. I'm just not a Lego game fan. Never played a Lego game in my life. This was my first. Apparently it's one of the best ones. Good for it. B tier? Yeah, if I was a Lego fan, God, you would not know, you would not believe what I would do. And next up we're going to talk about Skate, the big Skate game that came out in 2025. Do you remember this game? Because I forgot about it. What a game. Listen, this was my first ever Skate game too. I never played Skate 1 through 3. Now, as my first Skate experience, I had a fun time. Until I stopped having a fun time. And then it just got boring. Like, I also tried to go for the trophies in this game. I didn't do it. I just tried it, and the missions were getting very boring, and the game's very glitchy and very buggy, and a lot of shit doesn't work, and the party system doesn't work. Wasn't enough content in and at launch. Like, it's a free game. That's cool. I didn't pay a single cent. You pay money and you get like a Dead Space skin. Holy shit. Bro, I don't care. Like, I played this game. I had my fun. I stopped having fun. And then the game was not getting supported and died off for me, man. And my opinion has only soured because there's nothing bringing me back to this game. And looking back on it now, I would have much preferred to play Skate or Skate 2 or Skate 3. Instead, I got stuck with Skate Fortnite. That shit sucks. C tier. Going, I'm gonna put it above Final Fantasy. Fuck you. Because I had my fun in this game. Final Fantasy 7 is a massive pile of shit. Nah, I'm joking. But I kind of like Skate a bit more, honestly. What the fuck is this doing here? Why the fuck have I played Persona 4 Golden again this year? What am I doing to myself? Hey, you know what I have though? I have the physical version. I have the PS4 version, the limited run games. I remember talking about this years ago and saying this shit sucks. Bring it out in Australia. They never brought it out in Australia. And I caved and I bought this. And I bought Persona 3 Portable for the PS4 as well. It's down there somewhere. It's down there somewhere. Let me tell you at the very least, right? I played this on PlayStation 4. This is sealed because I bought it after I played it digitally on PlayStation 5. I bought the PS4 version after. I'm so glad I have it, by the way. Like, I know, waste of money, whatever. I'm glad I have this version. I have the Vita version over there as well. But I can't play the Vita version. I don't have a Vita. I probably never will get a Vita. I have a PS4. This shit's shrink wrapped. I'm probably going to keep it that way because I already played this game on PlayStation. And I have it physically. I have it digitally. Man, I can't talk. It's getting hot in here. I think my brain is melting. Listen, I played this on PlayStation 4. I played this to get the trophies in the game. Because I've never actually done that before for Persona 4. I have played it before on PC. Twice on PC. I never got all the Steam achievements because Steam achievements. I played it on Switch once, and that was very fun. I did not feel the need to replay it again to do all the social links and stuff like that. This year, again, my need for getting trophies is only going higher. I am a trophy gremlin. I am a trophy goblin, right? I bought this game digitally on PlayStation maybe last year or 2 years ago. Whenever I got sucked into the trophy collecting, whenever I got sucked into that and I started playing Persona 4 Arena Ultimax for the trophies, I got this at the same time. I played it this year because I love Persona and I wanted to play a Persona game that wasn't a mobile gacha game. So I played this once and then I replayed it and I got all the trophies. which wasn't too hard. The most annoying achievement was the getting 250 resay lines. That one was annoying as hell, and I almost gave up because I actually just didn't know what I was missing. And then I just decided to go to one other dungeon, and I suddenly got it. What can I say, man? Persona 4 Golden is one of my favorite games of all time. I think that the story is great. I think that the characters sell this game 100%. I think the atmosphere sells this game 100%. Like, I love every character in this game. I just, like, man, you know, everyone should play this game. I'm kind of glad that they're doing the Persona 4 remake, and I'm also kind of like, would have rather they remade the first game or the second games. But I mean, hey, the Persona 3 remake is my favorite version of Persona 3. Maybe the Persona 4 revival would be my favorite version of Persona 4. I don't know. But hey, Persona 4 Golden, one of the greatest games ever made. Man, I love it so much. Man, the music in that game is just growing on me more and more. I think it's one of the most, like, best albums, best soundtracks of a game. Not that I would even necessarily listen to by myself, but it definitely works within the actual game, like, the strongest. I think it's got the strongest connection. S tier, best game. Well, I mean, it might go in the best game category tier. I don't know yet, but despite everything, despite it being an old-ass game that I've played dozens of times, it's up there, man. Next, we are going to talk about Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. I have the PS5 version. I have it here. I bought this for like $60, like a couple years ago. Ain't that cool? I have tried to play Ghost of Tsushima before, back in 2022 or something like that. I did not get far. While I enjoyed my time with it, it wasn't something I personally wanted to stick with. Now this year, there wasn't any reason for me to play this game. I think just a friend recommended I try it again. So I tried it, and you know what? I did get further than last time. I still didn't beat it. I didn't get... Oh, I got pretty far. I want to say I got pretty far in the game. Like, once you open up the new part of the map, the second part of the map, that's when I stopped playing. Now, what I will say, too, that I completely forgot about until just now, I actually played this on that hardest difficulty, because a friend recommended it to me. It made the game quite fun, because it's one-hit KO on both sides, which I thought made the game very interesting to me. But yeah, this game and I don't click. This game, we don't mesh together, alright? I think the mission structure is very boring. I think the missions are very boring, and they're all the same, in that you're trailing someone, and then maybe you're killing people. Maybe a bit of stealth if you're feeling frisky. But the missions don't do anything for me, man. The actual world, oh, great. The little things you can do in the world, they're fine. The fox shrines things, climbing up those shrines to get those amulet things, are probably my favorite. Just the adventure to get up there, that's quite nice. But those standard missions, those side missions, they killed it for me, man. They're not fun. Even the big main missions, when you finally collect the people and you go storm that Mongolian's castle for the first time, I didn't feel anything. I just wasn't feeling anything with this game. I'm in the minority with that one, I feel. But there's just something about Ghost of Tsushima, man. I've put maybe 15 hours into this game. 10, 15 hours, something like that. I got pretty far. I didn't play this for an hour or two and then drop it like last time. No, I put my fair share of hours into this game. So I feel like my opinion holds at least a bit more weight, in that while the game is very pretty, while it loads insanely fast, it's wildly immersive, and the difficulty is great to play in, the actual beats, the actual gameplay beats of combat, trailing, stealth, boring. I'm sorry, man. I had my fun with this game, but nowhere near as much fun as with anything in A tier, which is why I'm putting it at a soft B. I'm putting it above Fast Fusion but below Repo. It's a shame and it is crazy, but again, this is how I feel as someone who didn't beat the game but felt I played enough to form this opinion, and I knew playing more wouldn't really change my thoughts. Had my time. This is my take. I'm someone who likes Persona. Can you really take anything I say at heart? Oh, speaking of, next we're going to talk about Metaphor REFANTAZIO. Oh man. This game here. I bought this game day one. I didn't play it until like October. or something like that, man. Oh, as someone who's a Persona fan, Persona 3 my favorite game of all time. Persona 4 was my favorite game of all time. Persona 5 my first Persona game of all time, and that's still amazing. And then you get these original creators, the director of Persona 3, 4, and 5, the sound composer, the character artist, all this, and you blend it into this like fantastically made game with like amazing Persona combat, and then like a wildly different actual atmosphere, a wildly different scenario, but still some amazing story beats. And all of this blended together means I barely played it. I played it for like 5 hours, 10 hours, and I had my fun, but man, I just did not want to play anymore. I thought that there was nothing stopping me from playing this game. There wasn't anything that like dragged on or made me think this game sucked. It was just a matter of like, it's just not doing it for me. I don't think that this gameplay loop is really doing it for me like Persona does for me, which is weird because again, it's like the main Persona guys making this game, but something about it, man, I think I just prefer the actual scenarios in Persona, whereas in here I'm not a big fantasy guy. I'm not a big like medieval fantasy kind of guy. It's not my thing. It's not my jam. So doing all that and then having all of this, accents were killing me too. Like, there's nothing serious, but it's just like the accents in the game were kind of, whoa. I can say like, I had my fun. I didn't feel the need to play anymore. I got up to the main big combat area where you've got like the set number of days, you know, like the first palace in Persona, like the first dungeon in Persona 4. I got up to the equivalent of that. Like, I was playing through it. Maybe I got like maybe halfway through it, and I was like, I don't think I want to play anymore, which was a shame, right? I still enjoyed my time with it a lot. Metaphor, I would put like here, honestly, like above Ocarina, below F-Zero. Amazing game, right? And I'm sure I would love more if I felt the need to play more. It's how can I defend myself? Who cares too, right? Like, had my fun, just it wasn't sticking with me. Next, let's talk about Power Wash Simulator 2. Oh man, so I love Power Wash Simulator 1. Like, shut my brain off, play that game for hours, hate it by the end of it, but then go back to it the next day. I love my time spent with it, and a lot of the DLC was very fun as well. So when I saw the Power Wash Simulator 2 was coming out, I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't necessarily think it needed to, because Power Wash Simulator 1 was still getting DLC updates. Like the Wallace and Gromit thing had come out. I think that was the most recent one at that point. So I was like, okay, Power Wash Simulator 2, let's see what happens. It came out. I totally forgot about it until a friend mentioned it to me. We both bought it, or yeah, I think we had to buy it. We played it. Bro, this game sucks. This one is so much worse than the first one. The first one, shut your brain off, play the game. It functions fine enough. Like, it's buggy, but it's not unplayable. And the motion controls are perfect. On PlayStation 2, didn't expect it, but on PlayStation, the motion controls are great. In this one, okay, so get it. Same town. Beginning, you're just doing, you know, fire truck, little areas here and there. We took out the motion controls and we made the game buggy as shit. Why? Like, the motion controls being taken out is ridiculous to me. I hope they add them in, because until that happens, I'm not playing anymore. Like, playing this game without motion controls, like, it was made with that in mind. It was originally a PC game, I think, so there's no motion controls. You're doing mouse and keyboard, which I haven't tried, but I imagine works better than using a fucking controller. But, like, god damn, man. The motion controls, once you play that with Power Wash 1, you can't go back. And now Power Wash 2 comes out without that. But also, the game is just so much more buggy. Playing the games with people, and they're out of sync. Like, maybe the host would actually get 100% done with the Power Wash, and then the other players don't see that. They're still on, like, 87% or something like that. That's ridiculous. The games didn't work. And it was just so buggy. There was a glitch that I found out where, like, I think it's like, if you hold an object, I remember holding a gnome, and you put it like directly under it, you can just start flying. It's so dumb. It came out, it should not have come out. Like, either work on it more, add motion controls, or make it DLC in Power Wash 1. Why did this need to be a sequel? It's ridiculous. I'm sorry to say it, man. I'm sorry to say it, but Power Wash Simulator 2 is the first D tier. Such a fall from grace of the highest highs that were Power Wash 1. Which, like, you know, it's not groundbreaking. It's just a very fun time to play, very chill time, very unique, and I love that game. It's not great. Again, the game is rough around the edges, but I had my fun and I beat that game and I love that game. Where Power Wash 2 is like, should have just been DLC in Power Wash 1, because at least you'd have a bit more of a refined experience, motion controls, and like the multiplayer will work. Where here nothing works, motion controls taken out. Have these levels as DLC in Power Wash 1 and nothing more, man. This is ridiculous. This game sucks. Oh, here we go. Oh, my homeboy, Luigi. Let's talk about Luigi's Mansion. Man, I have this game since I was a kid. I've got this gross-ass copy. You see how gross this is? I've had it since I was a kid. This game is like 20 years old. This case is probably 20 years old. So Luigi's Mansion was a launch title for the GameCube, and it got brought onto Nintendo Switch Online in October, I think, and that's where I played it. Now, I actually played this game with the GameCube controller in the beginning on docked, but I actually played most of it in handheld. Playing GameCube games in handheld is wild, and I love it so much. It's just crazy. Like, the console that I grew up with, a young 25-year-old, I grew up with the GameCube, and now I can play it on whatever the hell this is. Like, that's crazy. I'm playing Octopath right now. That's my first game of 2026, which I'll get to next year if I'm still doing these videos or if I'm still alive. These Luigi's Mansion games are great. I've only played 1 and 3, and I love 1 more. Like, the atmosphere is just so good. The gameplay is, like, good. Like, Luigi's Mansion 3, I think, has it beat in gameplay, but you don't have the sauce, man. Like, Luigi's Mansion 1 is... it's perfect. I love this game so much. It's very short, too. I beat it in, like, 5 hours, and there's more you can do afterwards, but I didn't feel I wanted to do that, because it's, like... what is it? Like, Reverse Mansion and then Harder Mansion? That's cool. I don't really want to, though. I have my fill. I think the bosses are well designed. I think all the little characters are well designed. All the beats, man. It just blends together so well. I love this game. I love you, Luigi. S tier. Above Spyro, even. I'd put it above Spyro, honestly. Like, that feels a bit weird to me, but I love this game more than Spyro. Spyro is a new love of mine. And while I think those 3 games are great, I think Luigi's Mansion just does the atmosphere better. And the gameplay is still great. I think this is a bit of a better game than Spyro. I might change that opinion. I don't know. But that's how I'm feeling right now. Okay, let's talk about this fucking game, Arc Raiders. I did not want to play this game at all. My friends are playing it. My friends are in love with the game, and they want me to play it. I got suckered in, and I bought it on PC, and we've been playing that, and I've played a ton of hours into this game. I think like 10 or 20 hours. Now, I think this game is quite fun. I think playing it with 2 of your other friends, and then going through and raiding these places, and then trying to escape, the gameplay loop is fine. And I think it gets old quickly, but what saves it is the amount of interactions you can have, whether they're positive interactions with some strangers or just talking and then leaving, or with us, negative interactions, either backstabbing them, shooting them on sight, or they shooting us on sight. But that is quite fun. It's quite a fun time for me. What kills this game, I don't feel as strongly about this game as anybody else. I think the replay value is gone. Like, I think the gameplay and multiplayer interactions are fine until you realize it's boiled down to they're going to shoot at you. Nothing funny can come out of it. Unless if, like, you die or unless if they die. The gameplay is whatever. I'm not a big fan of extraction games like this. I don't know what else is an extraction game like this, but I can tell you I'm not a big fan of this one. I play it because my friends play it. That's why. Apparently they used AI for the voices and stuff. Weird. End of the day, man, I'm not big on multiplayer games, and this one is no exception. I can have my fun with it. We'll probably play more, but I don't feel anything about this game. I don't like this game. I'm putting this one at the bottom of C tier. Honestly, might be D tier. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah. Nah. Let's put it in D tier. I feel like I didn't really talk about it in depth that much, but there's not really much to say. It's an extraction shooter that I don't quite like. There's no atmosphere to it. The maps are the same to me. The gameplay is the same to me. The players suck. When I think on this game, it's just straight up, there's nothing positive that I like about the game. Just that it's like a game that I can play with friends. We've been struggling to find games that we can all play together, and there's this one. Of course, there's a downside of having only 3 players playable and not 4 or 5 or something like that, but hey, it's something me and my friends can play, and I can stomach it for a couple of games. Yeah, just we can have fun. Cool. Okay, let's talk about my bread and butter. Demon Slayer: The HINOKAMI Chronicles 2. I got it, I wanted to get it day 1, and then I completely forgot about it. I bought it on Black Friday this year, actually, though. Or, like, the week before Black Friday. And I started playing it. Now, I don't know if I've ever really talked about it, but the first game of this series, The HINOKAMI Chronicles Volume 1, I love that game. I beat that game. I platinum trophied that game. I did everything in it. I had a blast with it. I played this game. That love is gone. I don't know if it changed or if I've just kind of soured on the brand or the gameplay I've just soured on, something like that. But this game is a downgrade in every way to the first one. Like, there are more players there are more characters you can play as, I should say, and I think that they do control better, right? But I didn't want to I didn't want to stick with this game to get the platinum. I beat the story, thought it was fine. I did a bit of the Hashira training. I did the game that is just battles from the first game where it's only like 6 or something like that. Thought it was fine. I thought this game was just fine. Good art style, good animation, good character design. I had to play this game in sub because the dub was cringe as fuck. I played the dub for maybe half an hour, and I got sick of it, and I just went to subtitles, and I went to Japanese, and that was at least bearable. Something about it, like, maybe the platinum was just way more easier in HINOKAMI Chronicles 1, but this one there's just a lot more you have to do, and there's a lot more tedious work. There's nothing interesting. There's nothing really interesting with this one. It's just another anime game. Doesn't stand out too much. It's just, the story was quite fun. But at the top of B, that feels, yeah, I think that makes sense. Next up, we're talking about MySims again. MySims Cozy Bundle, specifically the PS5 version. I got the PS5 version. I think I bought this the same day I bought Demon Slayer. No, I bought Demon Slayer Chronicles 2 and Silent Hill F on the same day. And then a few days later, I bought MySims Cozy Bundle and another game. And then I did the big Black Friday spree where I bought like, I think it was another 8 games, something like that. Who cares? MySims Cozy Bundle. I grew up with MySims Kingdom. I love that game. I played the Cozy Bundle on Switch a year or 2 ago, and I liked it for what it was, but I didn't stick with either game. And that was the first time I played MySims by myself. I never played MySims as a kid. I was a MySims Kingdom kid. My cousin had MySims. That year, when Cozy Bundle came out, I finally did try MySims, and I enjoyed it. I only played a few hours of it. This year, this game came out on PS5. I bought it really early into its actual launch on PS5. And, I played it for the trophies. Specifically, I only played MySims Kingdom, and I got the platinum in that. I haven't played MySims yet, but I did play MySims Kingdom, and I got the platinum in that, which is not hard at all. You're just playing the game, and then well, that's it. Enough about the trophies. Who cares? The actual gameplay, I still think is quite fun. I still think is quite good. Again, nothing mind-blowing. It's for kids at the end of the day. There is no depth here. Still a solid time. Still a fun time. Cozy game. Looks nice. I think what's weird is the controls for this game, though, because no motion controls. I don't remember if there were in the Switch version, but using only the right stick to do that stuff is very weird and very inconsistent. And also, because I was playing it for the trophies, near the end, when you're just going to the same islands for the second time and just adding more, I fully gave up on trying to make it look nice. Like, you build the stuff, and then, it has like a checklist of needing 10 rocket things, 15 happy things, all that stuff. I completely gave up trying to give. I completely stopped giving a shit when I was doing it at the end. I just spammed the same thing. Cheater, but I did it, got the platinum, and I had my fun. If I didn't play this as a kid, I feel like I would not have that strong opinion on it, but I'm gonna put it in A, because it's the PS5 version. I'll put it only here, like only above Dead Island, because Dead Island it's fun, but it's like, you know. Okay, next game is 51 Worldwide Games. This one is kind of cheating. I've definitely played this game already. This was a Switch game I would replay the most, like specifically what was it, the hits and misses one? You try to guess what 4 little dots are on there. President, I think it was called President in this, and then I played Spider Solitaire. Completely adding this one just to pad it out. I love this game. I love the games in them. I played a lot of the Mahjong as well. The matching Mahjong one, where you try to find the duplicate ones or whatever it is. I don't have anything to say, man. A bunch of little board games, a bunch of little games. That is presented well, that plays well, and it's just a solid thing that I go back to all the time. What that means of me, I don't know. But what it means is that I put it in A tier. I'll put it here. Like, while I think Mario Kart 64 is, like, you know, the better game, I always go back to her. Fuck, let's talk about the third Pokemon game. Pokemon Legends ZA. I have it, the Switch 2 version. I was not interested in this game coming out at all. I knew it was coming out. I did not care. Because again, I'm not really the biggest Pokemon fan nowadays. But there was something about it, man. I was just like, hey, I want more Switch 2 games. At this point, I think I only had 3 physical ones. Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I think it was Story of Seasons, something like that. It was on sale. So I was like, hey, let's pad it out. Let's pad out the Switch 2 collection, and I'll actually play this one, because I'm spending 80 bucks on it. Australian. That's 80 Australian bucks. Let me actually play this game. So I played it. I'm just going to do this right now. Bro, I don't know, but I love this game so much. The gameplay hooked me totally, and while the first Legends game I did not give a shit about, this one I absolutely did. I think the gameplay works so much better here. Like, as a real-time action game with the Pokemon, like, I got obsessed with this game. While I can totally understand, like, it's not the most polished game, it still looks and runs weird. It runs like a Pokemon game. You expect them not to run the best. But hey, solid 60 frames per second, solid Pokemon. The Mega Evolutions are here, and they're cool as fuck. Like, bro, I don't know how to explain. I can fully understand why people would think this is just another Pokemon game. But there's something about this one, man. I loved it. I think the side missions were really cool. I think the actual story was a bit better than I was expecting. Nothing great, but better than what I was expecting. It felt like it was kind of touching back to Gen 4 and Gen 5 storytelling. And while I never played X and Y, so the characters here, I had no idea who they were. I did like him. I liked the your main friend, whose name I forget. I liked Az, I liked Elle, I liked Emma, and I didn't like Kanari, and I liked Gwyn and her brother, who I forgot the name of, but I liked most of the characters in here. I think the character design was great, and I think the Pokemon were really nice. The battle zone mechanic, while, like, again, quite basic and nothing new, was just what I wanted. It was just what I thought I wanted, at least. I thought it was just doing everything it could do really well. Pokemon encounters, very fun. All this stuff just made it really fun. I think what sets it back most for me is that the post-game was not exciting. The Infinite Royale, is it actually infinite? I don't know. I didn't care to check. I checked out after like 6 battles. And I wish this game was playable by yourself. I wish that you could evolve the Pokemon that needed to be traded by yourself. Now, I did not know about this until I watched Radical Soda's big review on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, that in Legends Arceus, you can buy items that they would evolve Pokemon that could only be traded. I kind of wish I kept that in Pokemon Legends ZA. Maybe they have, and I just didn't find them. But like, I wish it was there, and that I wish it was told to me, because I don't want to trade my Pokemon. I don't have any friends who have Switches or have this game. If they do have the Switch, they don't give a shit. I wish I could just play this game entirely by myself, because I wanted Machamp. I don't remember ever finding a Machamp that I could catch. I managed to find a Gengar, which I caught, and I really liked that one. And I wanted to get the DLC, and then when I saw it was $45 for the DLC, no thank you. Why is it that expensive for DLC? Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. But hey, at the end of the day, I think Pokemon Legends ZA is the best Pokemon game to come out within the last 10 years. So yeah, man, S tier. Above Luigi's Mansion, above Spyro. Something about it, man. Something about me. Something ain't right with me. Hey, next up we've got GoldenEye 007. I don't even feel like I should include this one though. So I've got it here. You know how many, you want to know how much I've played of this game? Like 10-15 minutes. Me and my friend, who recently got a Switch, just wanted to play some games. So we played that for a little bit. I had my fun. Never played it before. Haven't played it since. Hey. The multiplayer was fun. And, yeah. Like, fuck me, dude. I don't know. Here? I just don't really, like, I almost thought I should just, like, leave this one out. But, whatever. I can talk about it. Who cares? Like, I had my fun with the multiplayer on this game, right? I didn't play the actual story. We played it that one time, and then never again. Had my fun. It's an N64 game. Plays weird. Which actually brings me to Super Mario Strikers, or as us in Australia call it, Mario Smash Football. I think it's called something like that here. It's weird, but this is another one that me and my friend played for a little bit, longer than GoldenEye, and we had more fun with this one. Again, this is someone who had never played a Strikers game beforehand, and may never play another Strikers game after the fact. We just both had Switch 2s, checked the GameCube games. We played this one. We played this one for longer than I played the other ones with him for. And those ones I didn't add here. Like, I think we played Soul Calibur 2. But again, I just don't really, like, I didn't think I'd add it on here. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. Oh well. Mario Strikers. Very fun. We had a lot of fun with this one. It was crazy. It was a crazy soccer game. I like Rematch more. I'm gonna put it here at A. Up, Nah. No. There. Yeah, that makes more sense for me. Okay, let's talk about a game I've actually played. So Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment came out November. Did you know? I don't think anyone remembers that this game came out this year. I've played it. I haven't beaten it. I have it here. This is a Koei Tecmo game. Now, if you know me, which you probably do not, is that I either love or hate Koei Tecmo games. So let's run through them. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Played a little bit. Didn't like it. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Played a tiny bit. Didn't like it. Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. One of my favorite games of all time. Persona 5 Strikers. Probably the best Persona spin-off that I've played. I might be missing another one. I don't know. But then there's Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. So, again, I bought it because I wanted to fill out the Switch 2 library. And, you know, like, I can like Koei Tecmo games. I can like them. I played this one. This is exactly what I expected, for better and for worse. Solid, fun action. Do not give a shit. Like, mind-numbing. And just... the story of it being when Zelda's gone back in time is an interesting concept. But I think we saw what we needed to see in the main game of Tears of the Kingdom. But I thought that this game was just, again, exactly what I expected. Nothing better, nothing worse. And while I am still kind of playing the game, I think I've hit my peak. I don't think there's any more I want to get out of this game. I don't think there's any more I really want to play of this game. I've just had my fun, and that's really it. Which, can you say that was worth it for this? What did I spend? $90 on this game? It was brand new, so I spent the most amount of I spent the average amount of money. yeah. I mean, I had my fun. Maybe I shouldn't have bought it. Maybe I should have bought it. Like, that's my opinion, is that I have this weird notion with it of, like, it's what I expected. It was fun. Whatever. Yeah, there. That's fine. I think I just like Repo more than I thought I do. Because that is another, like, hard cutoff point for me. Of, like, I need to know, is it better or not better than Repo? And there's a lot that doesn't fit the bill. I think I just like Repo more than I thought I did, at least. So, first one is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. I almost thought I shouldn't add this one here. I have the physical edition too. I don't really know why. Again, just filling out the Switch 2 collection. But I got it free with the Nintendo Switch Online thing. This was one I thought I shouldn't even add because I played this one because I was starting Age of Imprisonment and I kind of just wanted to explore the game again. Specifically the depths. Like, I want to fill out the depths map. I haven't still. I barely played it this year. But I thought I'd add it as an excuse to kind of talk about it and measure it up against Zelda Breath of the Wild. So when I first started playing this game, I thought it was amazing. And I thought it was better than Breath of the Wild because it's really just Breath of the Wild but more. As in, like, there's a whole map below, which I really like the depths. I don't think people like it as much as I do, but I really liked my time with it. Then to the Sky Islands, while there are portions of it that can be fun, a lot of it is kind of just copy and pasted areas with not much to do. But I did have my fun with those parts. Specifically the low gravity parts, I thought they were really cool. And I did feel that Tears of the Kingdom was more of a free game. And I still do believe that. Like, you can really just go anywhere and do anything whenever you want. That was my opinion. And I still do hold true. It's like, I still love this game, obviously. I think it's great. But I think I like Breath of the Wild a bit more. Not so much in terms of, like, gameplay and exploration. I think Tears of the Kingdom has it beat. But I think Breath of the Wild is a more interesting story. And I think the map is, like, the actual map of Hyrule is just a bit more fun to me. And I like the concept of the Divine Beasts a bit more than the standard dungeons we got in Tears of the Kingdom. Like, they're very close together. And I think if you were to play either one, you should play Tears of the Kingdom. But I think I've got more of a soft spot for Breath of the Wild. And I think I just kind of like how basic it is. The weapon system is better in Breath of the Wild, I feel. Tears of the Kingdom, you can make your own actual weapons, like with the fuse stuff and that. But you have to do that. The normal weapons are rusted, so you have to fuse them. And that's kind of like okay. But with Breath of the Wild, it's a bit more simple. You just have the standard weapons, and they break, and you need to think on the fly. You need to use them and manage them. Fusing is just a bit more complicated, which I guess it's not like too much for me to handle. But it's just like Breath of the Wild kind of did a bit better. So I really did not play that much of this, like, this year. I've already beaten the game and all that stuff. Oh, and also, again, Switch 2 version. Same thing, Breath of the Wild. It just runs and looks better. Loads faster. Great. Love it. Glad that it's like this now. But I think at the end of the day, when I'm looking at this list and I have Tears of the Kingdom, while it will go in S, I'm going to put it below Breath of the Wild. I prefer Breath of the Wild just a tiny bit more, honestly. Like, again, I think Tears of the Kingdom is better to play. And I think it is more free with what you can do and how you can do. But I think the story in Breath of the Wild is better. I think the weapon mechanics in Breath of the Wild are better. And I think the standard map of Hyrule is just a bit better. I don't really like in Tears of the Kingdom how the Gerudo Desert is made. I really didn't like Zora's Domain as much as I did in Breath of the Wild. Like, you can compare the two and you can reach your own decision. I personally just feel that as a complete package and weighing up the pros and cons, I like Breath of the Wild tiny bit more. Tiny bit more. Still both amazing, and I love them. Now, on to the final game of this year. Is Resident Evil Village. I'm a Resident Evil fan. It's a great series, right? I have played most of the mainline games except for 6, but I feel like I'm not missing out on much with 6. So, I played this for a couple of reasons. The two main ones is that Resident Evil 9 is coming out in February, like 40 days from now from this being streamed. So I played this for Requiem coming out soon, but also it is actually my letter R for my trophy alphabet thing of, well, platinuming the game and getting all the trophies there. Like, this perfect storm was kind of building up of the game coming out, the new game coming out soon, and then also, hey, I wanted to play this game anyways. So let's just bite the bullet. I played it, got all the trophies, and I actually bought the DLC, and I got all the trophies in that. And that was a very fun time. Now, I think that Resident Evil Biohazard is a little bit better, honestly. I think it does the horror better, and the gameplay is still good. So I think the Resident Evil 7 does the horror a little bit better, and that stuff there. But I think that Village is a better playing game. Yeah. And also, this is like my first Resident Evil game that I got the platinum in, right? I've never tried that before, even despite playing Resident Evil 2 and 3 and 4. The original, the remake, I barely played of 4, but of the Village, I actually sat down and I got the trophies in. Weird experience, because it's, well, weird is a weird term, but it's like you're playing the game through multiple times, and there are challenges that you have to do. Like, with this one specifically, I had to beat the game under 3 hours. Under 3 hours. I had to beat the game doing knife only, like no bullet shot at all, besides like a story thing. And using less than 4 heal items. That was what it was. So, doing that, like, I thought it would be a challenge, but thanks to the guide that I was looking at, made it a bit easier. And it only made me like the game even more. Like, replaying the game. This game is meant to be replayed. Either you play it in New Game Plus, or you play it as brand new and do harder difficulty, stuff like that. But this is a game, and I guess all the other Resident Evil games can say that too, is that these are games that are meant to be replayed. And you like them with each subsequent playthrough. I like this game more and more, the more that I think about it. Well, it definitely got annoying, especially on the harder difficulty. I can't say that there was anything that pissed me off about this game. I can't say that there was anything that was a fault in this game. Like, even the ending, which I've heard that Resident Evil games have, like, underperforming endings or not that great endings. I think that this game had a strong ending. While it was my least favorite part, specifically the actual factory, the Heisenberg factory, least favorite part of the game, still liked it, and the battle with Heisenberg was really cool. I still just had a great time with it. And then I played the DLC, and that was fine. I didn't think it was great, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed my time with this game quite a lot. And I'm glad that I got the platinum in it. Oh, I guess I should say too, I did enjoy the story. I really like Ethan Winters. Like, I didn't really care about him in 7, but this game just made me like him a whole lot more. Thought it was really cool. And Chris Redfield was strange, but I'm glad he's here, I guess. Thought it was cool. I'll put this in S tier. I'll put this above God of War, Hollow Knight. I don't... I'm going to make a stance. We're talking about video games. I'm going to say I like Silent Hill 2 more, though. I think it just did a better horror experience while the gameplay was still fun. With Resident Evil Village, it's just solid. Like, nothing stood out too much for me. Silent Hill 2 is stuck in my brain. So that's my list, man. That's my list. A lot of A's. I liked a lot of the games that I played this year. This was solid. I don't think I'll really change anything like going through here before I do my final thing. I don't think there's really anything I want to change. Not really. Nah, this is solid. Solid for me, at least. I don't know how other people feel about it, but this is solid for me. But there is 2 final things we have to do. We have to rate the worst game. We have to rate the best game. So worst game, I'm going to put Power Wash Simulator 2 as worst game. Just because they fucked up so badly with it. Like, Arc Raiders is whatever. It's not my thing. It's like, I understand people like this game and stuff like that. But me, Power Wash Simulator 2 just fucked itself so much. And I have no idea how they managed to do that. When they already have Power Wash Simulator 1 with good motion controls, solid levels, and a ton of DLC that I've played a few of them. And they've all been, like, solid. And a game that, while again, is rough around the edges and has bugs in it and stuff like that. It's not unplayable. Where then they make a sequel with no motion controls, no Like, what did they do? Why did they release this like this? The game is unplayable. Maybe it's better now. It is probably better now. We played this 5-6 months ago. But when we played it, it was terrible. So much so that I don't want to play it ever again. Until they bring out motion control. So I'm putting it as worst game because of the wasted potential. This whole game should have been a DLC pack for Simulator 1. That's my stance, if you care. But now we're going to rate the best game. And, I mean, it's not too exciting, but I'm probably just going to put Donkey Kong Bonanza there. Persona 4 Golden feels too cheap to do it because I've already said it's like, it was my favorite game of all time. Of this year, I think I feel confident putting Donkey Kong Bonanza there. A part of me can make an exception for Silent Hill 2, but man, I just love Bonanza. Bonanza was like mind-blowing, right? Like the Mario Odyssey team making a game that I think is better than Odyssey. I think got bogged down by weird DLC, but I never played that, so I don't care. But yeah, solid like 40-hour experience that just delivered on every level. And that's my list. Best game of this year, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Which is fitting, the best game and the worst game both came out this year. If that means something, let me know. S Series, S tier, bunch of Nintendo stuff. But I think that's very solid. A tier was a lot, and I played a lot of racing games this year, which is very weird. B tier was fine, but they're mainly games I didn't finish, because I didn't care to. Besides Demon Slayer 2, and I guess Pokemon and Fast Fusion. But the rest of them are like, I had my fun, but I didn't care enough to actually finish the game. C was either totally forgotten about, something terrible about it while it was an otherwise good game, or just, you know, just whatever. Like Battlefront 2 I did not care about, Skate I cared about, and then I dropped off. Final Fantasy 7 has very good parts, but then also it's egregious at the same time. Persona 5X totally fell off my radar, and Welcome Tour is funny. And then Arc Raiders, I mean, I might be too harsh, but I think this is funny having it in D tier. That's my list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you care? Do you not care? Either way, I had fun. I hope you had fun too. I'm going to have fun making this an actual video whenever that happens. But until then, thank you for watching. I hope to stream more in the future, but I probably said that last year, and I didn't really do anything with that. And sorry if my voice sounds weird. I have been sick the past month. That was interesting. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll be going now. Bye-bye.